Good morning, everybody. This is Sydney. As some of you know, I did get my esthetician license, so I thought it'd be cool to bring more skincare to the table. I do have a couple of skin script products that I bought recently, and I wanted to give them a try. So I used to work at a waxing place that sold skin script. Some of the products that I did pick up was the Glycolic Cleanser. It has antioxidants in it. So the ingredients, I'll just insert all of the ingredients. I can't even pronounce some of them. This anti-aging and blemish control cleanser encourages rapid cellular turnover, which is exfoliating. I don't know if I would use this every day because it is glycolic acid. My face is like combination, so it's like oily and dry. I'm gonna be using the multi-active toner. I'm like almost done with, like a little over halfway. I'm really sad because I really like it. The hydrating moisturizer with shea butter, rose hip, and aloe. Directions for use: using every evening after cleansing and toning skin. Apply to face, neck, and chest. Well, it's not evening time, so I'm gonna be breaking that rule. And then it has like a whole list of ingredients that could be either a good thing or a bad thing. And sheer protection SPF 30 with 13.5% oxide. Then UVA, UVB broad spectrum coverage too. This is the Glycolic Cleanser. So honestly, probably put it a little too much, but it's runny, kind of. Okay. So circular motions, like they said. Your face is gonna get a little red. I mean, my skin does, like, automatically exfoliating the skin. So we're getting the dead skin off, the dead cells. It brings up like impurities that you didn't know you really had before. That's a really good thing because you could target those next. So for right now, I'm noticing that my skin is kind of dry. If you don't mind having like a drying cleanser to like target some things, because that's what your toner and your moisturizers for. Toner is basically helping your skin go back to pH level. The spritz is pretty, yeah, it's kind of a lot. So if you want to go back with the hydrating moisturizer, and it's one pump. So this is one pump. Honestly, that's more than enough. So right off the bat, I noticed that the moisturizer, it's not thick. Like, I think it's a good consistency, especially if like you don't want anything super thick. Some moisturizers that I have used in the past, it seems like it soaks in a little bit more. We'll give it like a little bit before I even start applying makeup, just to give it a chance. SPF is super important. SPF in your makeup might not be enough to protect yourself from the sun, but SPF 30, that's really good. That's a really good number. This much, that's good. You don't need, honestly, you don't need a ton. So apply that. Up motions. So with my skin, I can still kind of feel the moisture. I don't know if that's the moisturizer or the SPF, but honestly, my skin feels moisturized. It feels good. The Hangover 1, or the 3-in-1. This is a get ready with me, not so much a makeup tutorial. I will tell you like the makeup that I'm using. I'm using the Fit Me Matte Poreless. So a little bit of life updates. I did get my esthetician license. So I did have an SC job for like 2 months. So I'm not gonna say the name of the salon or the business, but I was waxing. Okay, I was waxing, and it was mainly Brazilians, but they basically had everything, like skincare to, you know, chemical peels, lashes. Like I said earlier, I'm fresh into the industry. Didn't know how to do any Brazilians. I didn't really know anything about waxing because we didn't do Brazilians in school. Okay, pause. So what I'm looking into here, while I'm doing my makeup, my face does look dry. With the cleanser, I would definitely maybe recommend doing it like maybe like 2 to 3 times a week what I would recommend to how long or like how many times to exfoliate during the week anyway, just so you're not over exfoliating your face, because you don't want your face to be too dry. You don't want to mess with your skin too much. Just with skincare, you kind of have to play with it and learn the products, but it's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. I'll take close-ups of my skin. It's kind of settling into the dry areas of my face. Maybe it's the foundation too that's like settling in. Heart-shaped tape. It's a staple. And down here, a little bit here, down the nose, and then, okay, so in SD school, they were promoting, or the career advisor was promoting it to me. I was trying to do research on the company because I got an interview, and that was like one of the first places that I applied to, because I really wanted to do everything. I didn't want to just do waxing or just do facial. I got into the interview. There were only like 3 girls, including me. So they call me in. So I go in there, I sit down. One of the first things that they say is, it is required to do men Brazilians also. No, I don't mind that too much. It is a waxing place. A lot of like some places like European Wax Center, I heard that they don't do men Brazilian, which like if a guy wants a Brazilian, where do they go? I don't know many waxing places, so honestly, like I just said yeah. Like I wanted a job. 2, I don't really care if I waxed a dude. It's the human body, man. If I'm being an esthetician, I want to bring as much to the table as I can. Like I was really hoping I would get this job since they did have everything, and I got a really good feeling about it. That might have been like God's version, like way of being like, hey, you're gonna experience this for a reason. Like, we want to offer you the job. You have a really good energy about you. And I'm like, dude, yes. The lady, I guess she was the trainer, and the manager of one of the locations. She was like, I'm gonna train you on everything you need to know. Brazilians, skincare, you know, whatever. She's like, okay, we'll keep in touch. I'm really excited for you to be part of the team. The girls are really nice. It's commission only, which that was another thing I was really nervous about, because, you know, I've never worked commission. I've only worked hourly. So a couple red flags that I have, you know, that kind of came up, but like so new into the industry, I didn't really think about it, which, you know, that's probably my bad. I kind of let things slide, and I'm like, okay, well, hopefully it'll be better, right? A thing that really, like, I don't know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Their thing was radical transparency. They had chats for everything. It's on an app called GroupMe. The chats that didn't sit well with me, and I know like a lot of estheticians didn't really like it either. It was a review chat. I think they had good intentions with the review chat. If you had like a good review, then there's nothing to, you know, there's nothing you should really worry about then. And if you got a bad review, they would post it and everyone's able to see it. Like, I think that it's a matter between the esthetician, the client, and a manager. I think if something happened, definitely a manager, but I don't think everyone else needs to see your review. It's none of their business. I'm definitely not like too sensitive. Like, I could definitely take criticism, like constructive criticism. So they trained me on how to do Brazilian, but with like face waxing, the manager or the trainer that was like, I'm gonna train you on how to do everything, she didn't train me on how to like, she trained me on how to do the upper lip, and then like face like down like the neck, like the chin and neck, because I asked. She's like, I trust your judgment. I didn't feel the need to really train you on certain things, because you're special, which, thank you. Thank you for believing in me, or believing me. I don't know if what she was saying was genuine, but since I didn't get trained on certain things, I got a couple bad reviews. Okay, so we're gonna retrain you. Okay, come in this day and we'll train. I'm like, perfect. I get there. My manager comes up and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't call you. We don't have any training appointments for you. Keep in mind, I lived 40 minutes away from this location. This trainer slash manager was, I thought, was kind of forgetful, or she just didn't really care enough to really follow up. She's like, hey, you could keep busy, like we could just have you kind of do things while you're here anyway. Oh, this was a big like red flag. Okay, their biggest red flag for me was payroll. They kind of blamed it on the lady that was doing the payroll. I don't know if that's fully the case. The very first meeting, they were talking about how some estheticians were getting underpaid, they were getting double paid. They were blaming it essentially on the payroll chick. So the other co-owner, the second, I don't know, the businessman, he was like, I lost my cool and I said some few choice words. Like, I think it's just very unprofessional if someone's like, oh, I lost my cool, so I said some choice words. So they got a new one. They got a new payroll lady, which still messed up payroll. That's not cool. That shouldn't even be a thing for a business. Everybody is counting on that paycheck. There's no such thing as, oh, you'll get all your money in the next paycheck. No. They work with you. They work for you to survive. So usually when I work, I like to work full time. 40 hours is, good. 35 to 40 hours is really good. But they had me working 4 12-hour shifts and then maybe like 7 hours on a Friday. They were trying to have me work from 8:30 to 8 on Friday. So that would have been 5 12-hour shifts. I told them that I couldn't work past 2 on Fridays because, 2 o'clock, 2:30, that's when I would get off anyway on Fridays. And so they would ask if I could stay later and change my schedule. I told them no. My manager even asked me why. What do you do on Fridays after 2? It's none of your business what I do. Not working, so honestly, I'm off the clock. I'm none of your business after hours. And I told her, very politely, I would like a social life. I don't really see my family throughout the week, except for the days that I do have off. And I would like one. She didn't say anything. She didn't text back, which is very normal for the managers. Okay, so right now I'm using the Lash Paradise. So finally, I got another bad review because, again, I wasn't trained on the thing that the client wanted. The trainer called me one day on my day off. Hey, so you've been getting a few bad reviews. I'm going to take you off the schedule on one of your locations. I worked at 2 locations. And she's like, I'm going to take you off on one of the locations, and you're just going to work 2 days a week. No. And she was like, your rebooking rate needs to improve. Everything needs to improve by 99%. So you're basically telling me I'm a shitty waxer. Excuse my language, but you're basically telling me that I really suck. You trusted my judgment. Plus, I felt that to be manipulative in a way, because she was like, oh, you're special. You're special. I didn't need to train you like I did with the others. You'll be fine. This is ColourPop in Flexitarian. This is a cream highlighter. You use it with your fingers, which that's so pretty. It's really nice. So just dab it on. So pretty. So pretty. With this, you kind of have to be careful because since it is you don't want any harsh lines. A couple days later, I ended up putting my 2 weeks in. I told them my last day would be on the 16th. The manager that I sent this to, she was like, oh, sad for us, but good for you. Where will you be working? So obviously, if she cared, she would have said, Sydney, call me. Or what can we do to make you stay? I think that's just how it is now. Modesty? Okay, I'm gonna go in with modesty with my Mac. So I guess like what I'm getting at, yes, do your research, but sometimes you can't really like avoid it. There's no way to avoid it, especially if you don't know anyone in the industry. You just kind of have to find out for yourself. Just stay strong. I'm sure the other employees are experiencing the same thing, but you are willing to stand up for yourself. Yeah, have a really good day. Thank you for coming back to my channel and watching this. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.